This video is brought to you by Loot Crate. Head today to lootcrate.com/reviewtechusa and enter the code RTU to save 10% on any subscription plan. Skip it up and that up. Oh, Nintendo. Nintendo is going to stop manufacturing and selling the 3DS XL in Japan. They announced this as part of its plan to focus the market on its next handheld, which is just called the new 3DS and 3DS XL. The new Nintendo 3DS XL, which has better technology, better hardware basically, and a very small right analog nub, launched in Japan on October 11th and shifted 230,000 units in its first couple days on the market. Nintendo has stated that it will cease production of its older XL model, the old 3DS XL. However, it appears that the original 3DS will still continue to be sold in stores. Nintendo also stated that the Nintendo 3DS XL, the original one, is still available in Europe, and no announcements have been made to say otherwise. I know that I just have to expect that whenever I dare say something negative about Nintendo, I'm going to get ripped a new asshole. It's just part of what I do, and I'm not going to not say how I feel to appease Nintendo fanboys, but I'm just so fucking confused on this system. Okay, now a lot of people are going to say, well, Rich, Nintendo has done things like this before. Look at the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, and yeah, they're right. But at least when they went over from the Game Boy Advance to the original DS, it was a totally different flavor and a different platform. You get what I'm saying? Like when they went over from the Game Boy Advance to the DS, yes, okay, you could play Game Boy Advance games in the original DS and DS Lite, but it was still a totally different platforms, two screens, a new interface, more power, significantly more powerful hardware. With this, you're just getting an extra analog nub and a modest upgrade in hardware, but even though it's just a modest upgrade in hardware, it's still enough of an upgrade that the older 3DS won't be able to play the new 3DS's games. It's just really like a confusing whole marketing thing they're doing, and they're calling it the new 3DS. The original 3DS hasn't even been out for 4 years yet. It was launched, I think, in March 2011 in the States. I just don't understand this. I mean, obviously the thing's going to sell well. In a couple days, it almost moved 250,000 units in Japan in its first 2 days out in the market, because it's a Nintendo portable handheld. They're friggin' enigmas. They go against any logic in the industry. It just boggles my mind. But if you're going to make a next-gen 3DS Nintendo, why didn't you make a significant leap in hardware? You get what I'm saying? Why didn't you do a huge leap in hardware so you could have this new 3DS be like the de facto system for like a decade? So as time goes on, you can make the hardware cheaper, make a lot more profit off of it, and you could have the system be out for God knows how long on the market. I just don't understand why they did this. If they're going to come out with a new system where games won't be compatible with the old 3DS, why not go all balls out? I'm not saying make it so, it's like with the same league as like my Galaxy Note 4, so it's super expensive and not affordable. I understand that's part of the appeal of Nintendo products, is that they're affordable, but why not make it more powerful than you currently already did? Why didn't you make the new 3DS significantly more powerful than the 3DS so it feels like a more worthwhile upgrade? I'm just confused with this whole thing, and I think it's going to be a confusing, dumb move for Nintendo. I'm sure it's going to sell well, but then a few years from now, when the hardware is extremely outdated again, what are they going to do? I don't know. I'm sure they're going to make a ton of money off of it, but I just would have handled things differently.
Oh, look, Mr. Know-It-All thinks he's the CEO now. You would have handled things differently? Well, guess what? You're still fat and you're still gay.
I don't even know why I try.
Satoru Iwata could sit on my face for life.
How do you even respond to that? I'm done. See ya.